Open bag, yellow jack, where? Pick up the bag. All right. That one. And look at what button to push. What's up? I'm all snuggied up tonight. Get her walk going there. Alright, first stop, Yellow Jack. Gotta go get some num-nums. Cause I'm out of food in my pockets. Alright. Happy Monday to all of you. Hopefully you're having a great start to your week. No, I am. I was sick the last couple of days. Finally went back to work yesterday. I was still kind of out of it, and today I'm finally feeling a lot better. I think the little staff brought home a little bug from school that got me. All right, Yellow Jack. Take our vest off, take our hat off. Okay. I'm gonna have to fight the springs on that door this time. Okay, let's see here. What am I feeling? Let me make sure that the orders are cleared out here. Nope, Roman's order still up there. We'll clear that out. All right. Hello, Mel. How are you? 5 cup. 5 sugar. 5 water. Let's see here. What food are we doing tonight? Amy's biscuits. Chocolate chip nanner bread. Spice meatball. Let's do some chili. Getting our fall feels. 5 bowl, 5 meat, 5 spice. Yes, thank you, Stream Elements. I am live. Yes, we've got that. Make some chili. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. All right, we got our chili. Let's go make our drink. Make my sarsaparillas. This done. All right. Let's see here. Carter.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice message.
Of course Carter's not around. Do-do-do-do. The one person I needed to talk to is not around. Alright, that's lovely.
Your call is...
Are there no city council? Or you know what? Let me see. Fireball's around.
Your call...
I swear to God, is there no council members on? Services. Nope. Lovely. You know what? I'm gonna message Carter real quick. It's like, damn you, I was about to come and talk to you. Ping? What are we pinging? Okay. Well. Carter decided to go to bed. I guess we can run over and do our wheel spin and everything. See that somebody's at SA Auto, so we can stop in there and see if we need any servicing done on the bike. I really need to get some more funds put together so I can buy a Jeep. Get me a Jeep before before winter comes. That way I have... Carter messaged me back. Let's see what he said. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get going. Into town we go. Go get our wheel spin. But yeah, so lots been going on. Instead of that, Mama Blue needed to talk to Mayor Carter. Right now we're doing our there's a daily Halloween scavenger hunt pretty much. I think, if I remember right, on the 30th of this month, we are having the Halloween event, having a trick-or-treating event in server. and get prizes and stuff. Going door to door trick or treating, costumes, treats, and all that. And then on the 31st, there's a special event taking place on actual Halloween. You might have heard what it is from other people. Maybe you haven't, but it's definitely going to be streaming on the 31st, so it's definitely something that you'll want to tune in for. Because it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm gathering the Lost MC members to get in on that. Yeah, so we're going to run over here, do our wheel spin, then we're going to run over to autos. And we'll run up to City Hall and speak with... Oh, controller. Controller, hello. Hello. My controller went kaput. There we go. Oh, and then it turns off. There we go. My power steering went out. That's problematic. Alright. I'll run in here and do a real spin. Okay. No whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy.
Is trying their luck on the lucky wheel.
No whammy, no whammy. Get past the drinks. I don't want drinks. I'll take money. Goes to build up our funds for that vehicle purchase.
How can I help you? I hate this city.
Chips.
Here.
Goes in for some extra cash that I need right now. Oop, hit the wrong button. All right. Guess we'll run to City Hall first. do, do. Somebody's doing a groupie 6 job. Me. Do 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 do.
Have all the tusk on the wall, which is working, and the wax on.
Your TV. You jamming out the Halloween tunes in here. Marco Polo Carter. Oh, there you are. There you are, Perry. Why, good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Good evening. How are you, Miss Blue?
I'm good, Carter. How are you?
Pretty good. Come on in.
Of course.
I'm just wrapping things up. Do my last meeting of the night before I head
Oh,
home.
that's why I walked up and there was crazy loud music blasting downstairs because you have a TV in your office as well.
I do, yes, yes.
Yeah, fun fact, your TV also controls the one in the lobby.
Yeah, we figured that because I was watching I was listening to some music as I was finishing up some documents the one day, and Jimmy called me from downstairs. He's like, what are you watching?" I'm like, "I'm watching my show." And he's like, "Well, we can see it in the lobby, so you might want to change that."
Lovely. You gotta love that, right?
Yeah.
It's because it's not the TVs aren't far enough apart from each other.
Oh, okay.
Um,
But it's weird. That one doesn't control the one in the courtroom because we have one in the courtroom now.
because the courtroom is far enough away where those two aren't on the same frequency as that one.
Oh, yeah. That makes
So
sense.
so I found because I have a building that has a couple of TVs in it,
Oh, okay.
and the TVs in the pool room will communicate to each other, but the one in my dedicated office space is far enough outside of the ranges of the ones in our pool room that I can watch whatever I want in my office.
I might have to have them put in a TV in my private office, my more meeting office.
Yeah, you just got to make sure that the TVs are a good enough distance away from each other.
You would think this one is with like the two floors between it, but
It's still too close.
yeah. So what's up?
So the chaos that has ensued with what you requested.
Yeah, so the executive order that I put in was just simply because and Zachary Kane reached out to us and said that there was another arrest of an LSPD officer, Sergeant
Hi,
Label,
Caleb.
um, and he felt that um, LSPD command wasn't going to handle it properly. He actually gave me a statement that said Andrew or whoever he spoke to last night said that if they were going to target his officers, then his officers were going to target HP, which I'm not going to stand for. So the executive order was to kind of stop that at its before it went any further, before the fire started burning throughout the city, which we can't have. But I've
I mean,
spoken to
they've been
Andrew.
having a dick swinging contest since LSPD came around.
Yeah, I spoke to Andrew just a few hours ago
Mm-hmm.
after that executive order was written, and he said that Caleb Label is suspended per his arrest.
And Caleb Label, from what I'm hearing, needs to come off the suspension immediately because the government has already stepped in and cleared his record.
Yes, but the fun fact is he admitted to both myself and Andrew that he was recklessly driving and he shouldn't have done it in a marked police vehicle.
Correct. All right. So if he admitted that, that's one thing, but you cannot use Zachary Kane. What Zachary Kane put in because all of his was hearsay. Because
Zachary also
he used
also
he used evidence to support it that doesn't exist.
right. And I didn't know that until everybody's like, "Oh, the case is closed. The government rescinded the
Stepped in.
charges."
Yeah. Also, the fact of the matter is, the statement you made about investigating your LSPD chain of command.
Mm-hmm.
There's an issue I see with that. One,
Okay.
your chief of police is out of the country on vacation. So how is
Right.
he supposed to do anything if he's on vacation?
And that was a clerical error. I was meaning that both of them weren't doing anything, but the way I wrote it was both of them instead of just Andrew, because Andrew's the acting
Yeah. And two,
highest
from what
command.
I heard, Andrew was never informed that Zachary was making the arrest until what, we're 24 hours past the event, and he just recently found out about it.
So Zachary told me that he sent a email to the LSPD email.
Mm-hmm.
Andrew called me later when I called him about it, 'cause he wasn't around when before the executive order came out. And he said he doesn't have access to that email because Chad didn't give him full access to all the emails yet. So I had Kane forward his complaint to the lspd.complaints email, and then I also sent out my own kind of things I would like looked into. Just because we can't, it it doesn't matter what HP is doing because we're not in
Mm-hmm.
direct control of HP. It's the same thing. We're not direct control of SADOJ.
Yeah.
So if
So-
those two are swinging their dicks at LSPD, LSPD can't swing their dick back at LSPD or at those two departments.
I hope
because we
LSP
need to have
doesn't
more
swing their dick at
accountability.
themselves. That'd be kind of awkward. But
Yeah.
but my point was, it kind of looks bad when you're ordering for the investigation of the chain of command members that were supposed to intercept this when they never got notified or didn't have access, means the notification was passed.
Right. I think Zachary was
And-
blowing it way out of the water than it
Yeah.
needed to be and extending it. Like Andrew said, he's like, I never said that we're going to target his department because they're targeting ours.
And the way that document that you had issued read made it seem more like you were demanding that disciplinary action be given out immediately. Now, honey, in your position, you don't really have the authority to determine what disciplinary action is issued to those patrolling officers. That's up to the chain of command and the commissioner. So the most that you can do is submit a formal request to your commissioner of the police and your chief of police, who are both appointed servants by you, and have them look into the matter.
There has been times, though, in the past where other... Sorry, my eyes got distracted. Where the mayor has had to step in to remove police officers with the chief of police because of certain circumstances that brought chaos to the city.
And see, now that you have a commissioner of the police position, that is their job.
Right. And this is what Raylan Cross told me. He said she's been around, but we haven't seen her in the station. So so that investigation is still ongoing to see if she should stay in that position or if that position should get filled by another person.
So I think that position is a position that's definitely needed. So I don't want to see it disposed of, because that takes a lot off of your plate, having to step in, because the commissioner of police is supposed to be, she represents the mayor's office and the mayor's authority.
Right.
So that takes that responsibility of the tall pile of crap that's stacked on your desk to have to worry about. It's their sole responsibility to look at this matter from an outside perspective and take those actions when the patrolling officer's COC fails to do what they're supposed to.
Right.
Or like this, where there's that disconnect where Zachary Kane sent it to an email that the acting chief of police does not have access to.
Right.
They're supposed to be that line of communication to establish, hey, why weren't we informed? Why wasn't the LSPD informed about this? They're supposed to be that mediator.
Right. And that's what Zachary was kind of using me as. he didn't think I was going to, neither side thought I was going to get heated like I was. But my biggest issue, and this is why we made a police commissioner, is because Brianna had issues with LSPD when when she was mayor.
Mm-hmm.
She had to send out a full mayor directive because there was issues with policies that were being created and things like that, which led to the arrest of 2 officers at the time. In between terms, me and her, Matthew Henry or Caleb Label was arrested, which started leading to the line of I don't want to see LSPD crack again like they were with Miss Rice's administration, former administration. So when I was a defense attorney, me and Adriana Rose sat down with Miss Rice when she was still mayor and discussed the issues, and she's like, my advice to both of you is would be come up with some kind of oversight board like we had, which was a burning pot of fire, or some kind of position that works in the police department but's an advisor to the mayor, um, that could handle this kind of stuff. And because I reached out, I'm a quick thinker, quick worker. If things aren't going to be done by other people, I feel like I'm the only one that has to do them because I want to see them get done.
Mm-hmm.
Just walking around. Um, because I'm worried if I don't do it, then it won't get done, and then it will just continue to be a mess of that will fuel the flames. Um, that's something I've told
Well,
everybody about.
hun, if you feel like somebody's not doing their job, you don't need to
Right.
be afraid to pull the trigger and show them the door.
We tried to do that during you weren't here for it, but during the last council meeting that the removal got brought up, um, there was some issues, ongoing issues. That's why we have an enhanced security protocol at City Hall right now, is
Mm-hmm.
because there's been three incidences. One, a male came and tried to interfere with an ongoing city council meeting. So he was removed from that. And then we went up to my private meeting office. Um, then there was the 2 incidences, one tonight where there was a literal buzzard attack chopper um, flying in between the windows of my second story office,
Oh,
private
nice.
office. So we had to call HP and SIDOJ, DOJ, and that was a whole thing. And then in here, there were 4 or 5 spy cameras in this office and a few other offices. So we're just being safe. But like I was saying, with that, there was an issue with the way we were handling it. Miss Rice brought up the Cleveland Board of Education versus Loudermill because she felt she was being unjustly investigated by city council without proper due process because she's a public official.
Well, here's the thing. She was not elected to her position. She was appointed by
Right.
you, the mayor. And she
Wouldn't
serves at the pleasure of the mayor, not the pleasure of the city council.
Right. And
I,
that's what she
I,
brought up. She's like, you guys have no say in what the police commissioner does. It's only Carter and Jimmy and Gabriel that kind of have say in what I do. And if they feel that I'm not doing my job correctly, then they're the ones to investigate me. And that's what we're kind of starting to do.
well, I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but at the end of the day, you just got to remember that she was appointed by you, and
She was.
it's the city council doesn't have a say in the matter when it
Right.
comes to that, because she serves at the pleasure of the mayor, just like the chief of police serves at the pleasure of the mayor. And at
With
the end of the
both
day, the
those
final decision is yours.
with
And
both those positions though, because I met with
that's a strong
I'm
computer.
right. It's, we've all jumped over that computer once. I met with at the time Bo Cooper,
Mm-hmm.
and he said that she would have a civil claim of Cleveland um, Board of Education versus Loudermill because she didn't have time to she wasn't aware of her investigation being taking place. She didn't have notice, and she didn't have proper time to defend her actions. So we had to take that back, but she also quit for like 2 seconds before
Well, here's the thing.
she took
The
it
moment
back.
she quit, it's no longer a valid argument.
Right. But
The
her
moment
and the
that
chief
she
of
quit
staff,
and you accepted her resignation from her position, she no longer has the argument on Board of Education versus Loudermill.
but her and Jimmy accepted her her um, resignation. But during a time that me and Jimmy were meeting with Bo, Gabriel Maverick kind of swooped in as the chief of staff and met with her, and they came up with like a list of things that she would like to see fixed. Um, and then she returned back to her position.
Well, what I would like to see fixed is her actually here doing her job that she's supposed to, and
Right.
actually going to the department and doing her job that she's supposed to.
I think there's so much. The chief doesn't like her position. The deputy chief didn't like her position, and I'm not sure what Andrew thinks of her position. Um, but a lot of people don't like her position and don't understand what she's actually there for. Like I had a Matthew Henry came to my office the one day, wanted to meet with me. Caleb and Chuck Mann was there, saying she needs to go through basic training like any other cadet would. I'm like, she is a sworn member of the LSPD, but her the way she can do things is very small. She can't make arrests unless there's a directive to do such, and she can only investigate things at the direction of the chief or the mayor.
It needs to put out, basically her position is IA for the LSPD.
Right, and they didn't understand, but then they still thought she still needed to be trained on LSPD procedures and stuff like that. I'm like, no, she doesn't.
She does not need any training on their procedures and policies. She's there to enforce their policies that they have in place.
Yes, and that's what I told them. Matthew's like, oh no, she needs to go through training and stuff like that. I'm like, no, she's not making arrests unless it's necessary. She's not going out and patrolling and enforcing state penal code for whatever reason. She's not.
Well, even at that,
arresting.
she shouldn't be able to make an arrest. Period. She should.
Right.
All she is there to do is investigate officers' actions, submit a recommendation of action, and then that's up. And then that recommendation of action falls on the duty of the chief of police and deputy chief to execute.
Right. Okay.
That's essentially what her position is. She has no authority to make arrest. All she does is investigate the actions taken by patrolling officers.
Right. And the way I said it is anybody below the deputy chief of police, she can review and investigate. But yeah.
Okay. Glad got that cleared up. That's what I wanted to talk to you about, was just the way that you came across and all the information that I've been told and I've gathered. It kind of put a bad light on that, because like you, and then also like it almost seems like you're constantly asking for investigations to be done on officers. You need to rely on your commissioner and your chiefs to do their jobs. And if they're not doing their jobs, replace them.
When
Because
was
because
I
the reason I bring this up, Carter, is every time you call for the pitchforks and torches, the city
Mhm.
takes note of that, and they're constantly losing trust in the LSPD, and it's painting a very bad picture when the mayor's office is painting a picture that makes it look like we don't trust the LSPD.
I know the only investigation that I asked to be reviewed was this one. Like, I don't think I've made any other.
It's not just this terms. It's also the past terms that this has come to, where the mayor's demanded investigations or and disciplinary action against officers.
Right.
It's setting that precedent, saying that the mayor's office doesn't trust the LSPD, so the citizens are looking at that going, well, if the mayor doesn't trust them, why the hell should I trust them?
I think it's because
And that's also
instead of
adding fuel to the fire of HP having this dick measuring contest with PD.
right, I think it's because instead of handling it properly, like a citizen having a complaint with an officer, so they go through the normal complaint procedure. They're like, oh, the mayor will fix it immediately, so let's call Carter. Or Brianna would fix it immediately, so let's call her. Instead of going up the chain. There's a chain of command, and I tell this to people all the time. I didn't tell this to Kane because he was using me more as a mediator.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I said there needs to be, every time a citizen has a complaint, like with the Matthew Henry and Caleb label driving around in unmarked cruisers and Matthew on a dirt bike in the city, Maisie Doyle brought it to my attention. They're like, we're seeing more undercover vehicles and dirt bikes than we are actually seeing black and white police cars,
Mm-hmm.
which she says is an issue because she says, as the community, if it's going to be a community oriented service, we want to see, oh, there's a black and white police car. I'm going to go talk to the officer about reporting this crime. But instead, they're saying seeing a dirt bike, which they're like, why do we have a dirt bike in the city? It's a specialized patrol vehicle. It's not a normal everyday patrol vehicle that should be used. Oh, let's go talk to Carter. Or there's a BMW or an Uber Mach looking police vehicle. Let's go talk to Carter instead of filing a concern or a complaint with the LSPD command.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from with that, because I do see that myself too. Is I see more unmarked and specialized vehicles
Right.
than I do than I see, black and white patrol units.
Which is a concern to me because as a former officer, even though I loved running unmarked cruisers and specialized vehicles and stuff like that, I still had to run a marked patrol vehicle because
He's gonna
the
mention Canada.
citizens need to see that, hey, there's a police officer instead of, oh, there's a dirt bike. Oh, but it has police riding on the side, so let's go talk to that officer. And I've addressed this concern with the two chiefs, and they're like, the dirt bike's fine because people run from us all the time on dirt bikes, and instead of us going to the police station, getting out the bike, and then going to the pursuit, we're just having we just have a dirt bike already on the roads to come back us up on this call. I'm like, that's all great and fine, but if I was a police officer and let's say I ran the SWAT team or the tactical unit, that would give me full permission to drive around in a armored police vehicle. And Chad's like, no, no, no. He said, this is a Bearcat's not the same as a dirt bike. I'm like, they're both special police equipment. And he's like, yes and no. I'm like, if it's one way for the one operation, why is it one the other way for
Yeah, I get you, Caleb.
this?
It's just what Blue is seeing. So
So that's confusing to me why we're using a dirt bike and undercover
Well,
vehicles be coming.
I do get the argument for the dirt bike, because there has been a greater influx on certain groups of criminals using dirt bikes and running away, and taking off up into the hills, off road, and everything. So I get the argument for the dirt bike, having someone on a dirt bike. But it seems like it's a very rare occurrence that you see a marked unit patrolling around. So it kind of, it's kind of in that situation of, well, yeah, the dirt bikes are marked units, but I also want to see like other street patrol units that are marked. Like I don't really see a police present all that often.
Right.
And when I do see them, they're usually unmarked. So I don't know where the marked units are at, because I know that there's policies in place for the departments where they have to have so many marked units on the road before officers can do unmarked units.
Yeah. So
Okay,
they have
if
to
that's
have
the case, then
4.
where are these marked units at? Because they're not in the public eye. They're hiding,
Right.
or they're sitting at the station with their marked unit, so other people can go and unmarked. And I mean,
Yeah. The
marked
way.
units are, one, it's to show the citizens that there is a presence of law enforcement in the state, but also it's a deterrent.
Right. You're not gonna pull out your phone and drive instead of, if you see a black and white police vehicle instead of seeing a unmarked police vehicle, you'll have more of the deterrent to not do that instead of doing it. Just using that as an example.
Yeah, there's, I don't know, there just seems to be this big communication disconnect between the law enforcement departments and then the measuring contest that they're having with each other, and then
It's something that I was working at, well, I still am working at to stop. It needs to stop, but it's just not stopping. Like I talked to SADOJ because that was the department that LSPD was having a big issue with, was SADOJ. So I spoke to Taylor Kendall, and so did Brianna. And Taylor's like, yeah, I don't want my department becoming the department that just arrests police officers, because she's like, that's not what we should be doing. And now it seems like it's SADOJ teaming up with HP, but it's HP leading the fire. And City Councilman Cross and Caleb Label think that HP's targeting them to take their numbers away, because HP was the biggest department, and now LSPD's kind of taking over that number, and HP doesn't like that.
Well, I mean, once again, there's the name that has been the common denominator in all of this. Zachary Kane.
Yeah.
It seems anyone that makes him mad, he puts a fat target on their head and goes after them with everything he has.
And that's what Caleb and Raylan said today as well when I met with both of them. Caleb said, I know I was in the wrong, but also the assistant commissioner of the highway patrol shouldn't be monitoring my body camera footage because I didn't respond to assist his trooper that was doing a traffic stop right away. He said I was working on my own investigation in the county to meet with a
Good, Boba.
CI.
Fuck HP, but you're HP? Good.
And he said, sure, I participated in that Halloween giveaway event, and I shouldn't have done that. But after the beginning of it, I stopped and I went to get my own vehicle, and he's like, the body camera that I wasn't wearing was still being monitored for whatever reason. So
Yeah, I mean,
he's suspended right now with the ongoing investigation, which I called Andrew and thanked him for it. Oh, hold on. Yes, Ryan. What's up? I'm in a meeting with Councilman Bliss right now. Or Councilwoman Bliss, sorry. Okay. All right. Oh, I'm never gonna get home to Marcus tonight.
but
Um,
I
Go ahead.
I don't know what Deputy Commissioner Kane's issue is with everyone.
We have a T-Rex.
Bubba coming in with that follow.
First
Welcome
it
to the
was
Terror Squad
Zachary, or
family.
first it was Wellborn.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's kind of dragging into Zachary Kane.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb told me, he's like, he might have a target on my back because I was investigating Clementine Adams and him for being involved with a gang organization. And he found
It's
out.
all good, Bubba. Yeah.
We have a T-Rex.
Because a lot of these
Game of
high
Thief
known
Fish for coming in
people
with that
in
follow.
these high
Welcome to the
known
Terror Squad
agencies
family.
are starting to get involved with the Spokes gang.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why
We have a
when
T-Rex.
Obi got
And
the business grant, he
Devilish
actually
Emmy coming in
signed a
with the
legal
follow. Welcome to the
contract
Terror
that
Squad
said by
family.
us giving him this business grant, he is stepping back from being involved in the Spokes.
With Obi, I wouldn't trust him as far as you can throw a rock.
And that's also why I'm asking for bi-weekly updates on what he used the money for. And one of our city councilors, or former city councilors, is a manager at LS Customs.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that he'll be watching if OE takes any large transactions out of the bank that they, like the management system that they have.
Okay.
So I do have some safety precautions in there, and I told Obi, I said, if there's any violations of this, that City Hall could go after you legally or criminally, depending on how much we want to go after him. And that's why he's the only business. Like, we give every business a documentation that shows, like, congratulations, we've given you this business grant. But he was the only one in the first one that we've actually made sign a legal contract that says you cannot use this money for other reasons but LS Custom.
Well, if he did that, from what I've been told by my people, he said that Shane Dubious is in charge of the spokes now.
Yes, and him and Shane Dubious had a huge falling out, and Shane Dubious is actually wanting him to be trespassed and temporarily trespassed from all PDM property.
And I think Shane's just mad because Redline and the Harvey Hendrix's dealership are pretty much running him out of business.
I think more Redline is running him out of business because they're open more. Legendary Motorsports is just not as active. And when they're active and Shane finds their staff, he's taking their staff. He's giving them bonuses or better offers, so their staff are going back to him.
Yeah,
Which
that's
I told.
because Legendary, when they opened up, they had
We have a T-Rex.
way better pay than what Shane was giving PDM employees, and then also
Right.
the pricing and their payment plans were way better than what Shane has done over there.
Right. And I told.
Figure face,
I
thanks for the follow. Welcome to the
suggested,
Terror Squad family.
to Harvey, lawyer to lawyer, that he make his employees sign non-competes, barring them from getting paid bonuses and better pays to go to PDL. Because I said to him, I said, Harvey, I said, Shane's trying to pull all your employees back to them because they know that they'll make the same, if not more money, and get bonuses over there. I said, where you and Ryan are just starting out, so you don't have enough money to give them bonuses and stuff like that. So.
Well,
I support all the businesses, but I know that PDM is always kind of been on the shade of darkness, just because I've represented clients that have worked there and they wanted to go after him civilly. Just it.
see,
Once they came to me and wanted to go after him.
From what I know, all the employees have had an issue with Shane. They have no issue with Rose.
No, Rose
treats them well and runs that business like it's supposed to be. Shane is the one that's doing shady shit over there.
Yeah. Like that whole thing where their staff can't report allegations that happen in the business or they'll be terminated. Like Ronald Kennedy was a perfect example. He shot what was that guy's name? He shot one of the general managers who used to work at Benny's.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And then Shane said to him, "Oh, you're fine. Nothing will happen. We're not gonna go after you. You're gonna be fine." He actually promoted him the same night after he was arrested and jailed. And then there was a shooting in the conference room at PDM the one night, and the LSPD came over and said, "Who shot?" He's like, "Well, I think I saw Obi running down the stairs with a gun." And then Obi was arrested, and then Shane fired him and refused.
Can't do that. That violates whistleblower laws.
Exactly, and that's what we were going to go after Shane for. And Ronald said to me he didn't want to be involved in a big carried on lawsuit like that. Yeah, but it would have definitely violated the whistleblower law. And then Shane added a part of his policies where they can't talk to law enforcement about criminal activity that happens in there.
That is no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Mm-hmm.
That is a major Better Business Bureau violation.
For sure. But I couldn't do anything without a client to represent, so. So I was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. I said, because he's like, "Oh, he has Harvey." I'm like, "Ronald, you have me." I said, "I'm as good, if not better, than Harvey."
I mean, technically, you could have done something. Could have just taken it to the prosecution office.
Yeah, still could.
You still could, because that is, if that is in his policy still, that is. Also, Carter, technically that does violate your gang ordinance.
Our gang ordinance hasn't passed though. Hauser just came back from vacation and told me I sent him all 3 ordinances that I needed him to review and pass into law, and he said that he would review them and then get back to me either tomorrow or the next day.
Well,
hopefully these
as
get
soon as
passed
that
into
gang
law.
ordinance passes, PDM will be in violation of it if he does have that policy stating that they cannot report criminal activity that takes place on their grounds.
Right. Yeah. But but now the problem is the PDM can't get shut down, so because it's was purchased with offshore accounts, so he'll be fined the cost of PDM, or he'll be arrested. PDM will be forcefully taken from him and be given to Rose to run. But we also need those two ordinances to pass.
I mean, what you could do is, you could fine him the amount it costs for him to buy PDM, and then place PDM on business probation.
Right.
And
We could do that.
any further violation that occurs within a set amount of time could lead to him losing the business. I think that might be the better option.
LSPD stuff. Yeah, I think that'd be.
And I think that would be a good standard going forward with that is you get fined the amount of the business, and then you're on a business probation, and the next step is your removal.
Right. I think that would work because we can't take PDM from him because he bought it with offshore accounts.
Yeah, we can't take it, but we can't take the business physically from him, but he could just lose ownership. He would have to move down to where he has no say in the policies. He still owns the business, but he cannot create new policy for it, enforce new policy for it, things of that nature.
Absolutely. What is Matthew doing in my office? Yeah.
All right. Well, I think that pretty much covers everything I wanted to talk with you about.
Okay. Once that passes, I'll call you back and we'll chat about that.
Okay.
And I'll call Emma whenever it passes too, because I'll have the DA's office start to look into it.
Cool. You can call Emma, Adriana, or you can even call Bo.
Oh, yeah, Bo is back in the DA's office.
Yes, he is.
Right.
As for other business stuff, I'm putting together a poker run for Yellow Jack.
I think that Alex and Emily are working on something for City Hall, kind of like an ATV race at the
Redwood
racetrack in the county. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be in contact with you to sponsor or get a food truck or something.
But yeah, well, what I was going to do with our poker run is we're trying to get as many of the businesses involved with it, and basically doing like a stop off, like if it's not like a food and drink place, if it's just like a regular business, like someone from that business is there, they can tell them, hey, this is what our business is, this is what we do, this is how you can apply here, before they get their card for the poker run.
For sure.
So basically, it's a tour of all the businesses in the state.
That would be good. I know I would do it with Hearsay. Bo is running Hearsay, so I'll have to talk to him right now.
Oh, Emma said for me to pass along, you're running low on sugar.
Oh, no, he just did a sugar run today, so
oh, good, yeah. Yeah, she was up there, and I stopped by to get a cup of coffee. She's like, I only got 37 sugars left.
Yeah, that would be horrible. It's one of our most
used products.
Used products, yeah.
I mean, y'all should do what I do at the Yellow Jack, where you don't have to worry about it. You stock up to where you have like 400 of each item.
That's what I was doing when I was doing stock runs. We did hire a new manager who's a close friend of mine, who actually was in the management positions with 24/7. So he came over and decided to help us with Hearsay, but I got a not so good complaint about him today. So
Oh, good.
yeah, he was doing well too, which sucks.
But yeah,
But
the
yeah,
the poker runs a ways off. We'll probably do it in this after the snow,
okay. Yeah, I know
just because
John Doe was
it's
working on something.
it's gonna take time to get all the businesses on board with it, and because I want to get every single business involved with it.
Okay,
So
for sure.
it's gonna take time to get it all put together.
Okay. I just let me know when you have details or dates,
Yeah,
and I'll
my girl
get something going.
that was working on that project is out on vacation right now. So
Fun.
as soon
Okay.
as she should be back next month, so we should have more information when she gets back.
Okay.
And as for businesses needs, I haven't heard anything. But I haven't had a chance to go around and see everyone yet.
Just
Again,
want to pop by, see everybody, make sure you clock in here so you're getting paid for it.
yeah.
That way we can help you out. We can make sure before our term's over that we help some businesses that are in need.
Definitely, I think here the Uwu is definitely one that needs help in some way, but I just haven't seen Judge Hauser to talk to him about it.
I saw he called me. I didn't even see him in person about uh, about him owing us some money, and then those legislation proposals. So,
All right. Well,
all right.
when I see people, business owners, I'll talk to them about everything. I mean, I saw Jimmy.
Perfect.
Jimmy's pretty squared away up there, so.
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of like the new PDM. So
It's good to see other businesses coming up to the county.
yeah, yeah. I know I'd bring up Hearsay
Let's see,
back to
yeah,
the county
I mean,
again, but
Toledo was just
but
kind of too far for everyone. But
and you would
I think
and you're gonna
starting in
get
Sandy
eaten by a
Shores and kind of
mountain.
spreading out from there is in the best interest of getting businesses up to the county.
Yeah, I just didn't like how I was getting attacked by mountain lions
Mountain
every time
lions
I went up there.
getting
Yeah,
attacked by the cafe mascot.
yeah.
It's because you weren't giving him enough ice cream sandwiches.
Probably not, or not enough pup cups or
Yeah, not enough pup
prosecution
cups.
pup.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah.
All right, Carter. I'll see you later.
All right, what's up, Matthew?
Just want to talk to you about something real
Okay, wanna?
All right, toodles. Bye, Matthew. All right.
He instantly came here and they gave me a phone call and asked for it. I was wondering if he decided to talk to you about it.
He did. He did not. He came to City Hall. I was downstairs waiting for an appointment to come in. Um, and then
Get some food and drink on board here.
chatted
Let's see, what businesses do we got running around right now, if any? Pretty late, yeah. Got Redline and Legendary Motorsports. Not too many businesses are still active, so yeah, we got our meeting in with Carter talking about the Caleb label situation. Cough, cough. I'm looking at you, Caleb. Oh, why the So I'm at City Hall. Now, switch our employment back to Yellow Jack. Cool. So yeah, talked to him about that. Talked to him about the business information that Blue's been told about Obi saying that he's left the spokes and haven't had a fallout with Shane. So we'll see how all that plays out. Let's see how the territory is stacking up right now. Deadheads have made a push through everything. Deadheads have made a big push. Looks like Deadheads have come out of hiding. We still got our turf held down. Sandy Shores and Mere Park. I forget. Who is, I forget who who this blue is. Oh, you know, pretty sure that blue is the blue that belonged to, Coiled Tin. So I think Coiled Tin folded, so I think that's a different gang now. Families just don't exist no more. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling and got a lot of things coming, a lot of things planned, a lot of information being passed around. Just mass pandemonium at the moment, you know. Come on, controller. Okay, and back to the house. You know, something I thought about I need to do soon is go and get the Lost and See our van. And I feel like there's some other stuff I need to do. Definitely, that's on my bucket of things to do is go buy the
You know, keeping it real.
Lost MC Slam Van Custom. So we have our van for the club. So there's a lot of stuff that I need to get done this month for Lost MC. Things are going pretty good. Yeah, lots of big things coming for us. Definitely have be on the lookout. Well, get the trick-or-treating event that's towards the end of the month, and then we also have a special event that's going to be taking place on Halloween. We'll definitely be around streaming that, so be on the lookout for that. But that's where we're going to wrap up this episode of DoJLife. Thanks for hanging out with us. Keep putting in the hard work, because one day it'll pay off. And we'll be back one day. Take care, everyone.
Steel and thunder on the open road, brothers and sisters bound by the life we chose, born in the fire, raised by the fight, lost in the day, but rule the night. Life forever, die free. Lost MC's my family. Two wheels, one soul, eternity. Brotherhood's the law we bleed. Ink on the skin, scars on the hand, nomads roaming across this land. Whiskey burns, but the truth cuts deep. The Almighty forgives, but not the law.